In every life, there are moments when others attempt to make us feel small, insignificant, or beneath them. They might laugh at us, mock our efforts, or attempt to humiliate us in front of others. It is in these moments that our true strength is tested. The instinctive reaction is often to retaliate, throwing back words of anger, sharp responses, and seeking revenge. It feels as though we need to defend our honor, fight back, and show that we are not weak. However, real respect is never earned through such reactions. Instead, it is earned through transformation, through growth, restraint, and the unwavering conviction to rise above. In this video, we explore how Stoic philosophy can guide us in handling moments of humiliation with wisdom, resilience, and ultimately, dignity. The Stoics knew that what others say or do to us only has power if we allow it. They teach us to rise above, to grow through adversity, and to command respect by becoming something stronger than the disrespect we've faced. Humiliation does not define us. It is merely a fleeting moment in time. The strongest response is not a reaction but a transformation. In this article, we will explore how to rise above the negativity, reclaim your self-respect, and earn respect in ways that transcend petty confrontations. Stick with us, as the true power lies not in fighting back, but in growing so strong that those who attempt to bring you down can no longer touch you. 1. Respond with silence, not vengeance. When someone humiliates us, the natural inclination is to react, to defend ourselves, to prove our worth, and to make the person regret their actions. It's tempting to fire back with sharp words, to engage in a war of words, and to show them that their mockery doesn't affect us. However, the Stoics teach us that the best way to respond to insult or provocation is through silence. Not silence out of fear or weakness, but silence that stems from strength and self-control. As Epictetus wisely noted, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By choosing to remain silent in the face of someone's attempt to degrade you, you are not allowing them to disturb your inner peace. Silence can be the most powerful response because it speaks volumes. It shows that you are not interested in engaging in petty back-and-forth arguments. It conveys that the person's words do not have the power to shake your sense of self-worth. In fact, by remaining silent, you stand taller. You choose not to be dragged down by their negativity. I remember an incident at a social gathering where a colleague attempted to belittle my efforts in front of others. The old me would have instantly reacted, defending myself with sharp words or attempting to win the argument. But instead, I chose to remain silent. In that silence, there was power. It was as though I had elevated myself above the need to engage. My silence not only commanded more respect from others, but it gave me a sense of inner peace that would not have been achieved through retaliation. This silence is not a retreat, it is a deliberate choice. By remaining silent, you do not let the words of others define you. You assert your power by showing that you are in control of your emotions. In that control lies the first step toward gaining respect. Your inner strength, rooted in calm and composed silence, becomes your shield and your weapon. 2. Build yourself from the inside out. When we are humiliated, it's easy to feel small, vulnerable, and exposed. We might begin to question ourselves, to wonder if there is truth in the mockery, and to doubt our worth. However, the Stoics remind us that true respect comes not from external validation, but from self-respect. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If you allow someone's words to shake your self-esteem or alter your perception of yourself, you surrender your inner peace and power. The key to overcoming humiliation is to build your inner strength by focusing on your virtues, your values, and your purpose. To gain real respect, you must first respect yourself. This self-respect isn't about arrogance. It's about recognizing your worth independently of others' opinions. It is about cultivating a mindset that is unshakable and unwavering in the face of criticism. The Stoics placed great emphasis on developing virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. When you align yourself with these virtues and live according to your own values, no external criticism can touch your sense of self-worth. Think of a time when you felt humiliated, perhaps by a harsh comment or a judgmental glance. In that moment, did you turn inward and question your worth, or did you reaffirm your own value, independent of that person's judgment? By choosing to build yourself from the inside out, you start to strengthen your foundation. The next time someone attempts to humiliate you, your inner strength will be unwavering, and your self-respect will remain intact. In my own life, I have encountered several situations where my efforts were ridiculed or belittled. Initially, I was shaken by these criticisms, but over time, I learned to embrace a new approach. Instead of allowing others to dictate my self-worth, I focused on deepening my own knowledge, honing my skills, and committing to personal growth. This shift in focus not only increased my confidence, but also earned me the respect of others, not because I sought it, but because I became someone worth respecting. It's not about seeking validation from others. It's about living in such a way that your character naturally commands respect. 3. Command respect through self-improvement, not confrontation. In a world that often values outward success and the ability to win arguments, it's easy to believe that respect can be commanded through confrontation. However, the Stoics understood that respect is not something that can be demanded, it must be earned. True respect is earned not through forceful arguments, but through consistent self-improvement, integrity, and virtue. As Aristotle teaches, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. To command respect, you must first become someone worthy of it, not by asserting dominance, but by living a life that exemplifies the qualities of a virtuous person. Consider how you can respond to the humiliation in ways that align with your long-term goals and values. Instead of engaging in petty confrontations, invest your energy in improving yourself. Make every effort to learn, to grow, and to master the skills that align with your purpose. As you improve, your confidence grows, and respect follows naturally. When I was once ridiculed for my ideas at work, instead of fighting back with anger or resentment, I took a step back and focused on my own growth. I dedicated myself to improving my craft, acquiring more knowledge, and developing new skills. Over time, I became a leader in my field, not because I sought approval from others, but because I became undeniably competent and skilled. This is the essence of Stoic resilience. Not seeking revenge or confrontation, but improving yourself in such a way that others naturally respect your growth and your commitment. When you live a life focused on progress, your actions speak louder than any words ever could. Eventually, those who once humiliated you will recognize your growth, and their respect will follow, not because you fought back, but because you became someone worth respecting. 4. Cut off toxic people with quiet strength. The Stoics teach us the importance of protecting our peace and setting healthy boundaries. If someone's actions consistently humiliate you, belittle you, or undermine your well-being, it may be time to cut ties with them. The Stoic response to toxic people is not to engage in conflict, but to walk away with dignity and strength. As Seneca wisely put it, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. It's easy to become entangled in toxic relationships, thinking that we must fight for respect or keep people in our lives who do not deserve our time or energy. However, true strength lies in knowing when to let go. The act of cutting off toxic people doesn't need to be dramatic or filled with anger. It's a quiet, confident decision to protect your own peace and to prioritize your well-being. You don't need to announce it to the world or seek validation for your decision. Simply choose to move forward, surrounding yourself with those who support and uplift you. As I've learned in my own life, the most powerful moments of change come when you stop seeking approval from those who don't value you. Walking away from negativity is not weakness, it is the ultimate act of self-respect. 5. Strength through growth. Becoming untouchable. The ultimate response to humiliation is to rise above it. The Stoics believed that the key to mastering life's challenges is not to seek revenge, but to grow through them. The stronger you become, the less vulnerable you are to the negativity of others. To become untouchable is not about becoming impervious to criticism, but about building your character in such a way that no external force can shake your sense of self. The process of becoming untouchable is a lifelong commitment to personal growth, discipline, and virtue. It's about focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, and your reactions. When you live with integrity and pursue self-improvement relentlessly, you build a shield of strength that cannot be pierced by the opinions or insults of others. I recall a time when I was criticized by a close friend for my choices. Instead of feeling vulnerable or defensive, I chose to focus on my growth. Over time, not only did I gain their respect, but I also developed the quiet confidence that came from knowing I had remained